Hey everybody, it's Benji and Ashley Daneman from Kalamazoo Music School and Jazz and Creative Institute. We're filming this video today for you all to know and announce that after many weeks of considering and researching and discussing with our faculty, that we will be opening for in-person lessons starting on July 5th.
It will be in a very limited capacity, and there will be lots of changes to our procedures and protocols, as you can imagine. We're following requirements and suggestions from the CDC, the state, and the local governments, in addition to other musical organizations and their best practices.
Lesson spots will be very limited because we're going to have limited hours to ensure that we can keep social distancing is what we need, and to use different sections of the building that will work best, and so that we can clean all the areas properly, and so that we can share the hours with the Kalamazoo Piano Company, because they also are beginning to open up too, and we can't operate at the same time.
The first thing we want to make sure that you understand is that coming to in-person lessons is completely optional, 100% optional. You do not have to come in. Virtual lessons are still encouraged, so if you're happy with your virtual lesson, we ask that you just stay there on the screen for now, and just as we get used to things changing up into the in-person.
And if you would like to come in person, we want you to know all of the different changes we're making. So here are some things to consider before deciding if you want to come in, if you feel comfortable with all these. First is, before coming in, we ask that you consider where you've been in the past 14 days, and if you've had contact with anyone who has been sick or has had COVID symptoms, and that includes yourself. If you do realize you have that, or you're feeling sick, you can always cancel in person and do virtual at your normal time. So I want you to know that.
Secondly, masks will be required at all times at the school, and this is just as a preventative measure for everyone's safety. Everyone must wear a mask at all times, even during lessons, and this is for all ages. Of course, if you have trouble breathing or one of the conditions in which you don't need to wear a mask, please let us know and we will take care of that individually. We do have extra masks, adult and child sizes, for anyone who doesn't have one, and we will give you one at that point when you come for your lesson if you don't have one.
Brass, woodwind, and voice lessons are the other exception too. We do ask though, when you come in, because we have created, we'll talk about this in a minute, we've created some other ways to prevent spread with them, but we do ask when you do enter and exit the building that brass, woodwind, and voice students do have masks.
Also, you should know that we've decided to keep our front door closed to the public so that we don't have any contact with people who don't necessarily need to be there for their lesson at that time. So the door will be locked. When you arrive, please wait outside the door, and we also have a doorbell. I think it's still there. Anyway, or give it a hefty knock and we will come and get you.
There will be a check-in procedure for every person entering the building. That includes faculty and students, to make sure everybody is safe entering. And we ask that you arrive at least 5 minutes before your lesson time. And when you come, you will be asked a few questions, and this will be kind of the idea of it. So
okay, we should role play.
Role play, okay.
I mean, yeah.
So Ashley has just knocked, and I have opened the door, and I'll say, "Hey, Ashley, it's so great to see you. How are you doing today?"
I'm doing great.
Good. Hey, I have to ask,
okay.
Have you been feeling ill lately at all? Cough or fever? Okay.
Nope.
Have you been around anybody in the past couple weeks that has had COVID symptoms or sick?
Not that I know of.
Great. Okay. I'm just going to check I don't have this right now. I'm just going to check your temperature real quick. We have to check everybody's.
Okay.
And it's a no-touch thing. We hold it up to your head for a second, and then we look at it.
Okay, that wasn't so bad.
That wasn't so bad. It's actually not that scary. We'll try to make it fun. And we'll see, okay, if you're under 100 degree temperature, you're totally safe and can come on in. Do you have a mask with you?
Nope.
You do? Okay, that's no problem. I got one for you right here.
Okay,
Boom.
cool.
Put it on.
But I play saxophone.
That's
How am
okay.
I gonna...
We'll just wear it on in, and when you get there, you can take it off when you sit down, and I'll explain that.
Okay.
And last, there's some hand sanitizer. Just pass one when you come in. We can get your hands all
done.
sanitized, and
I'm
then
ready.
we'll move on. Great.
Sweet.
Easy, right? Fun. We'll make it fun. We also do ask that those entering are only students. We have to keep the number of people in our building limited at all times. The exception will be for young students, parents that feel like they would feel more comfortable there. We totally understand that. We're parents too. So if you want to come, we will have a seating area for you But if you can just come as a student, we definitely highly encourage that.
So we have reconfigured our lesson rooms to follow the CDC and State of Michigan suggestions and requirements. Every room has 6 feet of difference, if not much, much more, from where the teacher and the student will be from each other. So we'll have sections taped off, and please be sure to observe those sections.
The bathrooms will not be available for students at this time. So if you might think you have to go, consider going before you come in. So we'll open those up when it's safe to do that.
We have a 15-minute cleaning / passing time now in between the lessons. We want to make sure that the students can leave before the new people come in without people having exposure to each other, and that way we have a time to clean and sanitize the student area and make sure everyone is, not sharing germs, basically.
I'm talking to my brass students now because I'm a brass player. We ask that you bring a towel that you can use for your spit valve or condensation valve, whatever you want to call it, so that it can drop onto that and you can take it with you. If you forget that, not a big deal. We'll have some disposable paper towels we can put on the floor. We just need to make sure that anything that has any type of spread we'll dispose of right away. So bring a towel if you can remember that.
So voice students, you may or may not know that singing, for vocalists, it's one of the largest concerns of sharing the virus through the aerosol, because it pushes out all of the aerosol. Well, Benji's kind of in the guy. Can you talk about the?
Yeah, it's a definitely, I wouldn't say controversial, but it's a concerning thing, in that we've spent a lot of time discussing it, and we've talked with all of our voice teachers. We've read a lot of articles and listened to a lot of different things, and we've decided that what we're going to do is we're going to construct what we're going to call the tiny voice box. And it's not going to be that tiny. It's going to be an 8x8 enclosure, where essentially it's not going to feel very claustrophobic. It's going to be transparent so that you can sing freely in that, and that we don't have to worry about the spread of aerosol or condensation going different places.
And just so you know, singers, this will be out in the main room. So your lesson will be out in the main room. The only other person there will be one of the co-directors, but just so you can kind of prepare for that mentally, that your lesson won't be closed off in one of the little rooms.
Right. So between each lesson, we will totally sanitize that whole area between students and make sure that it'll be clean for the next person. But this way, you're able to sing freely, because having a mask on is pretty difficult when singing. And then the teacher will be on the other side of that, and then we'll clean the area when they're done too. So we feel like that's going to be a safe alternative for what we're doing. Essentially, you're going to have your own little room, which would be kind of neat, a room inside of a room.
So special.
Our tiny voice box.
I just wanted to let everyone know we've picked cleaning products recommended by the Environmental Working Group. So they're built to kill COVID and all of the similar viruses, but they're also as non-toxic as possible. For those of us who care about that, I just want to let you know that's what we'll be cleaning with. So
yeah, we want to thank you all for supporting us through the past few months. It's been a really intense time on so many levels, and we're continuing to adapt and grow the best we can. And we thank you all for being a part of our family, being a part of this, even amidst this virtually. We can't wait to see you in person. That said, if you're happy virtual, stay there, because we have very limited spots. And on that note, if you would like to do it, spots are limited. So please get in touch with us as soon as possible, because they probably will go and we'll have to start a waiting list. But, if you're kind of like on the fence, stay virtual for now, and we'll kind of keep opening things up.
Great.
Okay. Any questions or concerns, please get in touch with us. We're always here to answer, either via email, a call, or text. We will be on the other end to do whatever we can. Thank you so much.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Okay, this good.
Okay. Good job, Maeve. Okay, now you just
going?
wait for us to go, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Good.
Hey, everybody. It's Benji and... Take 2. Hey, everybody. It's Benji and... You're supposed to say your name there.
I'm watching Maeve.
Oh.
Our camera woman is Maeve today.
Take 4. Hey, everybody. It's Benji and...
Ash, can you just not do that? That
Sure.
feels
Okay.
so weird.
All right. In our... Okay.
Yeah, you can't do that, honey. It's distracting, okay?
You're cute as all get
You're
out, but I
very
think you should
cute.
go inside.
Okay.
So in person. See, this is. She's gonna keep interrupting.
Maeve, go inside.
No.
Okay, then just sit down. Okay, go ahead.
Going to be ensuring that social distancing. All right, seriously, guys,